Well, well, well. Sometimes when I see something's gonna happen, it happens. So a couple of days ago, I saw this online spat on Facebook with Matt Rife basically telling somebody to self-delete. I'm going to be careful how I say this. And I'm like, this is going to blow back massively on someone. You can't just tell people to self-delete because you don't like the criticism that they've aimed at you. Now, there are a massive group of us that have all had the backlash or the tongue lashings of either Elton, Rife, or their fan base. And it's always a step above what is the normal behaviour from grifters, fakers, and paranormal entertainers, whatever you want to call them. So I reposted this thing on Facebook. I got a bit of a tongue lashing from certain fans of Casties and Rife and, the people on the other side, anyone that's against Jason Halls, against the Conjuring House, because there's people now posting, my house is more haunted than the Conjuring House. It's a load of dramatic nonsense that this small niche just doesn't need. And now look what's happened. So for all you people that came into my Facebook like, shut up, it's only words. Matt Rife, all over mainstream news now, TMZ. Matt Rife tells paranormal investigator with autism to kill himself. Says comment was made after online bullying. So Matt Rife, who has told people that his mother is in charge of his social media and she's the one going at people or something along those lines. That's the rumour that was going around anyway. I looked into it and his mother was saying Matt Rife doesn't have any social media at all. She's trying to combat it and I'm like, it's come from the same account that you're posting this from. I think it was all a mess and it was all like excuses, but this comment is made after online bullying. What? Let's have a look. Matt Rife may not be a spectre or spirit, but now he's in the crosshairs of the ghost hunting community because he's told a paranormal expert with autism to kill himself. Here's the deal. Matt and his collaborator Elton Casty posted on Instagram an upcoming event at the Warren Museum, a paranormal spot the pair purchased last year that's best known for housing the demon doll Annabelle. And Matt Rife posted, at Christopher Mack 161, sir, you are a lifeless douchebag. Please remove yourself from this earth. Absolutely nobody is reading your novels in these comments. Matt, fucking reading them now, aren't we? Dickhead. You do not matter to anybody. The event has already sold thousands of tickets. Now what? I block you and you fall back into non-existence. Charmed. The self-described PI, this paranormal investigator in this case, Chris Mack. Oh dear. Chris Mack responded to the post by giving an online sermon on the Salem witch trials. For reasons unknown, led Matt to rip into this lifeless douchebag by saying, please remove yourself from this earth. Chris responded to the attack on Facebook saying, I'm going to move forward with all this nonsense garbage, what Matt said. And Elton Casty, control your mentor, Matt, or get Matt therapy. I don't ever want to see Matt bully a person with autism again. Do I make myself clear? Not okay to say to a person with autism, I have autism. Now, we have to take into account that this gentleman has autism, and brains with autism, they work a little different. But you can't just tell somebody to unalive themselves or self-unalive because they criticised you, Matt. The fact that he's got autism has just made it all the worse. But what if you said this to anyone? A source close to Matt tells TMZ the comedian is relentlessly bullied in the comment section of his posts with vile remarks attacking him. I thought he didn't have social media. But apart from that, it's criticism. And when he's met with criticism, and it can be very polite criticism, that's how Rife and Casties have been reacting for months now. They seem to take the baton of banter and just be like, I'm famous, watch me go. And now it's bit him on the ass, and suddenly Matt Rife is being bullied. I have seen the comments Matt Rife has left about women. I have seen the comments Matt Rife made about somebody being raped in prison. I have seen the horrible, horrendous shit he has responded with to criticism. Now, people are called the debunkers bullies all the time. People that behave like this, they can say and do what they want. They don't seem to hold any account for themselves, and then when somebody like me or the side-eye guy or whoever pulls them up and says, hey, you can't behave like that, they're like, oh, I'm being bullied. I just did it to defend myself because I'm being bullied. Oh, you poor millionaire with an adoring fan base who attacks people as soon as you go get them. Fuck you, Matt Rife. There is no evidence from the comments that Matt knew Chris had autism, which is a fair comment. However, that's the point. Matt Rife doesn't know what anyone's background is when he fires off with these horrible, horrible comments that he's been getting away with for months. At some point, the person that he said about getting grieped in prison, they are probably going to go to TMZ and be like, look what he said to me. This is going to add to it. Matt Rife, you may have sold thousands of tickets, but this looks like you may get cancelled soon, because TMZ are just the first one reporting on this. Warren's Bullshit Museum. Chris doesn't have a large following on social media, but his loyal followers and friends are now haunting Matt after the nasty attack. Not exactly a new phenomenon, since Matt has been dogged by members of the community for a while now who think the popular stand-up comic is only into ghost hunting for the money. He's not being dogged because he's only into it for the money. He's being dogged because of the way he's talking about people, the underhanded shit that they put in Jason Hall's and the Conjuring House sale through. Every time Matt Rife and Elton Casti's open their mouths lately, it's abuse, it's horrible, it's nasty, it's disgusting. The people defending these pair are just the most idiotic sheep that I've ever seen. They just attack. Matt and Elton charged people 166 admission to the haunted Warren Museum. That might be for a 5-minute tour. It's a lot more to investigate there. And that has pissed a lot of people off in the paranormal community who investigate these cases out of passion, not money. Listen, I don't mind paying for a location. It's when the price is hiked up to the levels of there and they own creative license over your filmed footage. We've reached out to Matt's reps, so far no response. They're probably paying somebody a lot of money to write a relevant response to keep him out of trouble. If you or somebody you know is struggling in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or 998lifeline.org. That's an important part right there. Showing a bit of support. Because yeah, this guy does have autism. And no, Matt probably didn't know. And that is the point. What if he'd said it to somebody who was emotionally vulnerable, who was already having a bad enough time as it is, and they took his advice? They took what he said to heart. This is unforgivable. This is just utterly disgusting, and added to all of that, the paranormal gets very little mainstream attention. And now this is it. Some famous douchebag in the paranormal has told somebody to unalive themselves. That's what's mainstream in the paranormal. That's what's got me on a Friday making a video on my day off. This is what the debunkers fight against. This is what the debunker adjacent communities fight against. This is where, even when people are not getting along, we can all come together and be like, this is wrong, and we've been saying that this is wrong for a long, long time. Name any debunker or debunker adjacent channel, and this stuff is getting on their nerves. This stuff is pissing us all off. This stuff taking priority over anything else is a joke. And now look where it's got us. And to those Matt Rife fans that came at me for reposting this, like, I can't believe he said that, how disgusting. How does it feel now? Because your comments are probably going to end up on newspapers somewhere, because people are going to be screenshotting, screen grabbing everything to say, look what they do. Now, it'd be interesting to see what the original comments were, because I think I remember reading them. It was just about, like, Salem doesn't want you. You know, the Warrens blamed witchcraft for all of the cases and stuff, and the Salem witches were unjustly killed. Ah, Matt, you've massively fucked up, yeah? And this is about to go massively viral. Other papers are going to cover it, other online news agencies are going to cover it, and you can bet that my fat ass is going to cover it, because you and Elton have been getting up my nose for months, you horrible specimens. Do please let me know your thoughts on the conversation down below. Just a quick one. But I'm jumping on this because why not? Why not show these people up for what they really are? And do you want these guys getting their hands on the Conjuring House so they can control a narrative, skyrocket the prices, bully Jason Hall's out of it, bully Jason Hall's supporters and fans out of it, and go at everyone and set the little minions from Haunted Emus or whatever that place is called? Because you're next on my list. Your history isn't quite right, is it? But yeah, let me know what you think of the conversation down below. This isn't me saying, this is me being impartial and reporting. It's not, because I can't stand these gooners, and I'm glad they're being held to account. Much love to you all. Beardo out.